Hello friends, welcome to the higher module on institutional management for entrepreneurship. This is unit 5 which is on business startups. This video is the part 1 of this unit and it is on the various forms of business organizations. In fact, this video will be in two parts. This is part A, there would be a second part also. The contents of this presentation, there is a brief introduction. Then the various forms of business organizations and these forms are like sole proprietorship, partnership, limited liability partnership which is becoming very common nowadays, LLP, private limited company, public limited company, one person company and section 8 company. So, in this video we will discuss only the first two, that is the sole proprietorship and the partnership. You see the budding entrepreneurs, they enter into a business with the belief that starting and running a business will be a profitable proposition. Statistics, however, show that the companies, they fail at an alarming rate within the initial 5 years. Lack of proper planning, among others, is the common cause of failure of majority of these startup ventures. The other factors are like lack of knowledge about which form of business organization to adopt, awareness of the legal issues and important labor laws, and a poorly made business plan. In this video, we will discuss about the various forms of business organizations so that the prospective or the budding entrepreneurs can take an informed decision. So, first let us talk of the sole proprietorship. It is the simplest form of a business under which one can operate a business. The sole proprietorship is not a legal entity. It simply refers to a person who owns a business and is personally responsible for its debts. Sole proprietorship can operate under the name of its owner or it can do business under a fictitious name also. The liability of the owner is unlimited. That is, if the business fails, the owner is responsible for all the debts of a business, even if he has to sell his personal properties to repay those debts. A sole business is under the control of one person, that is the owner. However, the owner can employ managers and other employees to assist him in day-to-day activities of the business. The sources of capital can be owner's borrowings. He can go to the bank also to get the money in terms of the loans, or he can get the money from the other individuals also. Sole proprietorship business can be dissolved at owner's will or by a court order if it is found that the business is engaged in some illegal practices. Now, what are the advantages of sole proprietorship? The first is that the owners can establish a sole proprietorship instantly, easily and inexpensively. Owners can freely mix business or the personal assets. It is easy to manage the business, that is, a sole trade does not need to consult anyone while making decisions. The decisions can be taken very quickly. Then it is very easy to exit the business. There is a flexibility in operations and the owner keeps all the profits. Now, what are the disadvantages? The owner is responsible for unlimited personal liability for the debts, losses and liabilities of the business. There is a lack of enough capital to expand the business and the owner cannot raise capital by selling an interest in the business. There is a lack of continuity. So, the sole proprietorship rarely survives the death or the incapacity of the owner. There is a limited managerial experience. The owner often makes quick and poor decisions. This is because he might lack specialization in some areas of a decision making, like for example, specialization in financial markets, etc. he may lack. Then the size of business is really very limited. Next we go to the partnership. So, what are the main features? A partnership firm is not a separate legal entity, but according to the Partnership Act, a firm must be formed by a legal agreement between all the partners. That means, a contract must be entered to form a partnership firm. The motive should be to make the profits. All partners have unlimited liability in the business. The partners are all individually and jointly liable for the firm and the payments of all the debts. This means that even the personal assets of a partner can be liquidated to meet the debts of the firm. A partnership cannot carry out in perpetuity. The death or the retirement or the bankruptcy or insolvency or insanity of a partner will dissolve the partnership. The remaining partners may continue the partnership if they choose to, but a new contract must be signed up. A minimum of 2 members are required for a partnership to take place. That is of course very obvious. For a banking business, the number of partners must not exceed 10. For a business of any other nature, the maximum number is 20. If the number of partners increases, it will become an illegal entity or association. In a partnership, the business must be carried out by all the partners together, or alternatively, it can be carried out by any one of the partners, one or more than one partners acting for all of them or on the behalf of all of them. So, this means even every partner is an agent as well as the principal of the partnership. Now, let us discuss the different types of partners. First is the active partner. So, as the name suggests, he takes active participation in the business of the firm. He contributes to the capital, that is the money. He has a share in the profits and also participates in the daily activities of the firm. Second is the dormant partner. He is also known as a sleeping partner. He will not participate in the daily functioning of the enterprise or the business, but he will still have to make his share of the contribution to the capital. In return, he will have a share in the profits. His liability will also be unlimited. Third is the secret partner. In this case, the partner's association with the firm is not in the public knowledge. He will not represent the firm to outside agents or the parties. Other than this, his participation with respect to the capital, the profits, the management and the liability will be the same as like other partners. The next is the nominal partner. This partner is only a partner in name. He allows the firm to use his name or the name of his firm and the attached goodwill, but he is in no way contributes to the capital and hence has no share in the profits, but his liability will be unlimited. There is another type which is known as partner by estoppel. He is a person who represents himself as a partner of a firm through his own conduct or behavior or attitude. Such partners are also held liable for any credits or debts obtained by such representation. Now, let us talk of the advantages of partnership. Like sole proprietorship, the partnership form of organization can be formed without legal formalities. An agreement which may be an oral agreement or a written agreement is sufficient to enter into a partnership. Even the registration of the partnership is not compulsory. As compared to the sole proprietorship, the partnership form of organization enjoys better resources because you have lot of people and they can all pull in the money, and therefore, the scale of operations can be enlarged. Then partnership is free from the legal restrictions on its activities. Partners can introduce any change they consider desirable to meet the changed circumstances. Partnership enjoys the benefit of the ability, experience and the talents of all the partners. This is the advantage which partnership enjoys over the sole proprietorship, because everything is done by mutual consultation. Then any loss sustained by the firm will be borne by all the partners. The benefit is that the burden to be borne by each partner will be much reduced. In partnership, there is a direct relation between the reward and the work. This enables the partners to put more labor to earn more profits. Since the liability of each partner is unlimited, it acts as a deterrent against reckless speculation also. In a partnership concern, all important decisions are taken with the consent of all partners. A dissatisfied partner may withdraw and dissolve the firm. So, dissolution of the partnership concern is very easy. The partnership can be dissolved on the death, lunacy or insolvency of a partner. If the partnership is at will, then any partner can get the partnership firm dissolved by giving notice to all the other partners. Now, let us talk of the disadvantages of partnership. There is always a likelihood of lack of harmony among the partners. Sometimes if there are say 3, 4, 5, 6 partners, so sometimes there is a lack of harmony, it can happen, it may happen. This is bound to result in a disruption and ultimate dissolution of the firm. The limit that more than 20 cannot be members of partnership limits the amount of capital that can be raised, because the maximum number is 20. So, you cannot go beyond 20 in a partnership. So, the amount of capital which you can raise is again it is limited. As the unlimited liability covers even the private fortunes of the partners are bound to be very cautious or over cautious. This restricts the enterprise. In partnership, no partner can transfer his interest to the third party. If he wants to do so, he will have to seek the consent of all the other partners. This restricts the liquidity of the investments. So, I think that is all in this video. If you want to go into more details, you can refer to the e-contents. Thank you.